Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and in this video we are going to build this Voodoo application with the help of React hook and the context. The main motive of this video is to demonstrate you how you can avoid a prop drilling with the help of context, and and how to basically use the context in a slightly bigger application. So we will be passing value around the component with the help of context. Okay, so now let's have a quick look over this Voodoo application and its functionality. So if any Voodoo is already complete, so it will be marked as a complete like this way. Okay, you can also do this one by double click. Okay, so you can see the this Voodoo got complete. Okay, and by again, if you're doing double click, it will say like it's not complete. So this is the first functionality. Then you can add a Voodoo item here also, like eat apple something. So by default it will be uh, not mark as a complete, so you have to uh, mark as a complete by double click. Okay, so you can do that this way. Now another feature is like we have a edit. Okay, so you can make it edit like drink water something. So you can make that edit. Okay, so you can say edit is done. Okay, now you can also delete the Voodoo. Okay, so and you can also add the Voodoo item. Okay, so add I have already showed you, I think. Okay, so these are the uh, basic CRUD application CRUD operation which we are going to build with the help of hooks and the context only. We will be also using a use reducer hook to mimic the redux behavior. So we will be having a reducer also. So I hope you guys are excited about to build this application. So let's start building this Voodoo application using hooks and context. So I am on this folder, and I will open CMD here. So let's create the application like npx create react app and give the name todos context. Okay, so it will take some time to create a basic project. Okay, so I will be back once it complete. Okay, now the basic project got set up. Okay, so we will be just move into this directory todos context, and we will install some packages here. Okay, so the package will be npm installed and design. I will be using ant design, and one package is called uuid. While adding the hoodoos, we need a unique id and ant design icon. So design icons. So let's wait for these packages to get installed. Okay, and meanwhile I will open this project into my VS Code. As you can see, the project got opened into my VS Code. Okay, so let's see, the package is installed. Okay, so package is now installed. Now let's do a npm start, and I will close this one. Now we got our application up and running. Okay, so let's do some cleanup here. Okay, so first I will use a material bootstrap design. So you need to go to this link and just copy this link, the second one. Okay, so I will copy this link and I will come back to my VS Code and go to the public, and inside public I will go to index.html and paste that one. Okay, that's it. Now here, now we will be remove this app.js file. We don't need this one. Okay, then we will remove app.test.js. So yes, we delete the app.css. Index.css also we will be delete. Okay, now in index.js we will simply write our app here, and simply we will return, or now just return a fragment and app running something. Okay, and we don't have this two things. Okay, so we will remove. Okay, let's see whether everything is running or not. Okay, now app is running. Okay, so let's start building this application. So first we'll need a context here and a reducer and a component folder. Okay, component. Now in context we will be define the initial values. So some initial value we will be providing. Okay, some initial to-dos here. So const to do context, so react dot create context to do's. So some initial value we will be giving here. So like id one, text breakup, and done. So basically this is representing like whether this to do is complete or not by doing a double click. Okay, so The same way we will create some as other initial to-dos. Okay, so ID will be 2, and this will be like jogging, exercise. Okay, exercise, and I will be setting to true. Okay, so you will see this mark as completed, and I will be expose this default to-dos context. In the same way, we will be defined as of now basic reducer. Okay, so export default function reducer state action. So initially we'll be just writing the default state here. Okay, so in default basically return the state only. So the basic context and a reducer we have set up. Now let's move to the index.js file where we will be importing this to-dos context. So import to context from context and import to-do reducer from reducer. Okay, and we need two things here. We will be using use context hook and use reducer. Now in app we need to define the initial state. So initial state like use context. So this is our initial state in which we have some initial to-dos. Okay, so now const use reducer to-do reducer and initial state, the state which we are receiving from the context. Here will be state and dispatch. Okay, now will we remove that and using to do context dot provider. Okay, now in the value we will be passing state and the dispatch. Okay, now let's create one component called to do list dot js. Okay, so to access the context value we will be using here use context, and we also need to do context from context. Okay, so here const to do list export default to do list, and we can access the state and dispatch with the help of use context. So we can access a state and discuss this way. Now to show some value, okay, so we can return. So as of now, just I'm showing how you can access the value. Okay, so state dot to do's dot map. As of now, just showing the value how you can access the value here. So you can access something like this way. So t dot text. Let's see whether we are getting some value. Okay, we need to import use this to-do list here. So I'll import to-do list from component. Okay, so reload. Now we are able to see the our initial data. Okay, okay, so let's do some styling first. Okay, so come to-do list, and so as of now just remove this one, and we will be using div. Okay, and providing the class name here, container fluid. Okay, so we will be define one more div with the class name row, and another div with class name call md 12. Okay, so these are the divs we need. Now we will be displaying our initial to-dos. Okay, so we will be writing some bootstrap class name here. So border row mx2 m2 align items enter, and we will be providing the key here itself. So to do dot id. Now ul, so ul with a class name list group, and li class name with list group item, and here you will be to do dot text. Okay, so now now we need to do some styling here. So So style, color, white, and in the list we need to provide some additional style here. So first text decoration. So the text decoration is something like if to do dot done. Okay, we got to do dot done. Then we'll be showing showing line through. Okay, and this will be here. Else it will be none. So let's see. So we need this here actually. So let's see the okay. Since the background is now white here, so we need to make it blue here. So background color blue. We can give some cursor pointer and display flex, justify content pointer and align item center. Now let's see the result. Okay, so we are getting exercise. Okay, you can see this is completed because here the value of done is to head through. Okay, so now we also need a how many to-dos are there. So we need a count. Okay, so let's let the count like title equal to state dot to-dos dot length. So state to-dos length, and if there is no, then nothing to do. So nothing to do. Okay, now this title we need here. So I will give h2 of class name text center and margin at 5 and title. Okay, so you can see we are getting there slowly. Okay, so now the first functionality which we are going to implement, like on double click any to-do item, it will mark as a complete. Okay, so the value of done will become true here. So let's implement this one. So come to to-do list, and on list item we can pass on double click, and we can dispatch an action. So type will be like toggle to do, and the payload would be to do. Now come to the reducer part, where we will be defining the state, how the toggle is happening. So we need to write a test case for that. Okay, so I will write test case here. So case toggle to do. Now count toggle to do is equal to state dot to do's dot map t dot id action dot payload dot id. So if the id is matched, then what we want to do, action dot payload and done will be the opposite only. We are just toggling the value of done. Okay, so and if it's not matching, then as it is. And so okay, so now we have to just return to do's and toggle to do's. Okay, so let's see this one is working or not. Okay, so you can see we are able to mark as complete. Also you can do this one also. So the first functionality we have implemented, like hoggling to do. Okay, now the next one is we need to delete. So to delete, we first need to add the icons. So from we will be importing from ant design icon, and this will be edit outline and delete outline. So now at the bottom we are going to implement this icon we are going to display. So we'll be using span and we'll be providing class name btn btm sm float right, and this edit outline will be displaying with the class name text warning, and the same will be goes for the delete. So delete outline, and so let's see, our icons are ready. Now we will be implement the delete functionality. So to delete, we need to pass another action. So on click, we need to dispatch a function, a action, not type. So this will be a delete to do, and again we need to pass the payload. So the payload will be to do. Okay. Now come to the reducer, where we will be writing the logic. So after toggle to do, we will be having a case, another case to delete to do. So now we basically need to filter out the to do. So state to do's filter. So if the ID is not matched, so we have to filter out those ID whose ID is not matched. And we have to just simply return the state. Now to do's filter to do. Let's see whether we are able to delete to do's or not. So we are able to delete the to do, and this is also getting updated. So, so these are all the basics basically. Now adding and updating it's a bit complex. So the next thing we will do is adding a to do. So we need a input component. It's basically a form component. The form component basically we need here. So to do form we have created, and we need couple of hooks, use set and use context. Okay, and and design, we will be using a input component, and we also need a to do context. Now on to do form const to do. So initial state will be defined. Okay, so and from context, sorry, this is the to do's context, not to do context, and we need to dispatch. Okay, so let's write a return statement. We need a form here, so on submit, we will be writing this handler uh, very soon. Okay, so this class name form group, and we need to provide some margin top, and this inside this we need to add some styling. Okay, so the style will be a display flat line item center and justify content. Now we will be adding our input component here. So input component as of now will have type text placeholder, something like placeholder enter to do's and style. So we just need to provide the width 350 and so we will be having on change on event. So set to do e dot target dot value, and value will be to do, and for now just create a handle submit. So it will be doing e dot prevent dot default. Okay, so we need to export the to do form. Okay, and we can use the to do form here. So VS Code automatically import. Now let's see. Okay, okay, compiling. Let's close this one. I don't know how much time it will take. Okay, it's compiled. E is not defined. Okay, so E is not defined. So we need to provide the E here. Let's see. Again, save this file, but let's annoying sometime. Okay, so we are able to see the our input field here. Okay, input form. Now, while submitting, we need to dispatch an action here. So you can dispatch an action here. Type added to do, and the payload will be to do. Okay, and after adding the to do, we want to basically clear the input field. So we need to do set to do and just set empty. Okay, now we need to define this action type here in reducer. So come to reducer. So here I will define that new case here. So add to do. Now we will be receiving a new to do. Okay, so this new to do will have a ID dynamically generated ID. So we'll be using a UID which I have already installed while setting the application. So you need to import UID like this way. V4. Okay, now ID text action dot payload not and done will be by default false. Okay, so now the added to do will be, now we will define the added to do equal to, so we will be spread out state dot to do and append this new to do, and will be returning the state to do and added to do. Okay, so let's see the addition of to do is working or not. So let's add one item, eat apple. So now we are able to add the item as well. Now the last part is left to update the existing to do. Okay, in order to update the current to do item, we need to define some one state here in context that is called current to do. Okay, current to do. Now from to do list will be dispatching the action. So from here we'll be dispatching a one action is called dispatch set current to do, and payload will be to do. Now come to the reducer part. here we will be define that set current Voodoo state. Okay, so it is a very small state here. Set current Voodoo, and it will just return state and current Voodoo action dot payload. Okay, so basically what we wanted to do, so whenever user click on this item, so the whatever it's written here wake up, so we want to display that item here, so wake up here, so that's why we are doing this way. So now come to here to do form. Okay, so in to do form we have to use one hooks called use effect to check whether current Voodoo holding any ID or not. Okay, so let's see that use effect. Okay, first, so and also we need the current Voodoo here from our context. So we can do something like this, and we can destructure the current to do, and initially we will be define the empty object. So use effect will be checking if current to do dot text is there, then set to do to current to do dot text. Okay, and we can use the dependency here to run this effect whenever the id got changed. Okay, so this use effect will run whenever the id got changed. So current to do is not defined. Why is that so? Sorry, this will be this way actually. That's why we are getting that error. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we are able to get the value which we are going to edit. So this huge effect will run whenever the ID got changed. So if you click on wake up, so wake up will come here. Likewise for exercise, so exercise will come here. So that's why we have used the logic here use effect. So this effect will run only when the ID got changed. Okay, now in handle submit we have to basically do the update actually. So if current dot to do, sorry, if current dot to do takes means user basically trying to update the value. Okay, so we can pass that action time update to do payload to do, and this will be the else part. Okay, this will go into the else part. And in both cases, basically I wanted to hit the to do empty, whether user adding or updating the to do's, how I wanted to clear the input field. So that's why it's not an if and else condition. So in both cases the input field will get cleared. Okay, so this is the handle submit. Now to basically we need to write the logic in reducer for updating the to do. So so I will add that logic here. Another case, so const updated to do. So we current to do add to, and we will be, so we will be getting the updated value here. Okay, now we need the index also. So updated to do index, so state dot to do dot find index. So here it will be, so t dot id, if it's match with the tape dot current to do dot id, so we basically find that index which we are going to update. Now const updated to do here, so state dot to do's slice updated to do's index. Now updated to do. Now again to do slice updated to do index plus 1. So we have got the, updated to do here. So state dot to do's updated to do's. Let's see update is working or not. So lunch. Okay, so we have added the lunch. Now I'll we make it dinner. So see, we are able to update the to do. Okay, but there are some still improvement required in these applications, like it is also allowing to update the empty. You can see it's allowing to empty. Okay, this is the one issue, and also we are able to create the to do with the same item. Okay, this is the one issue, and another issue, like if you do the edit and you just straight away delete. So jogging is not there, but here in input field we still have the jogging. Okay, so how we are going to deal with these things? Okay, so let's come over here. So one by one we are going to uh, im- improve this application. So come here. So first we will be removing the that text to-dos item if it's not there. So we can do a else part and set to do. So do here, and let's see if jogging is there, and if you're deleting, yes, it is still there. Okay, so we have to come here reducer, and we have to make the, I think, then we have to come to delete, and say if is removed, if is removed to do state dot current to do dot id to action dot payload dot id, then we want empty else state dot current to do. Now the current to do will be is remove to do. Now let's see, jogging is there, but if you delete, then you can see we are able to clear the input field if the to do item is got deleted without updating. Okay, and now the next issue is to remove the to avoid the empty to dos, adding the empty to dos and the same to do item with the same basically to do name. So we are going to fix this issue while adding and while updating also. Okay, so what we have to do here, come to add to do, if action dot payload return that state. So if there is no, simply return, and if state dot to do's find index, if t dot text, if the text are same, and here we will be saying -1, means basically it find that index whose text value is same, so it will return true here. Okay, so in that case also. Okay, now we will be copying the same condition for updating also. So before updating, we will be checking these things. Okay, So let's see whether this all issue is resolved or not. So you can see now I'm not able to enter the empty to-dos also with the same to-do value. I'm not able to update, and if you are updating the same value again, so it's not adding into the to-dos. And also if you are inputting this one and just making and adding, so it's also not adding. So let's see one by one basically it's working or not. So first is lunch. Okay, now we can mark as complete also. This is working. Now we can delete, we can edit the exercise to walking. So everything is working now. So I hope you understand this Kudu application using the concept of context, and I hope you enjoy this video. If you like this video, then please press the like button and subscribe the channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye bye.